Got to.
Yo, we back. Episode 89. We in here. Me, Jerry, J-Dub. We got J.I. here. And we joined today by the cast of Timmy. I'm gonna let everybody... Y'all know Tim. Tim, you know him? Tim like a honorary cast member on this here podcast.
Tim has been hiding in the shadows, though.
So you noticed. Okay.
Cause it's crazy that you hid in the shadows from me. Cause I'm thinking about it now. That's the name of the show, Timmy. I'm in the show and don't even know the name of the show.
I'm like Apple, bro. Everything
You see what I'm saying, though? Just call me up like, yeah, bro. Woo. Now I'm saying it.
In business, you hold everything close to the vest. People only know what they need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
Respect. Hey, but that's cold, though. For you to be able to do that, and I ain't even, I'm like, okay. Cause I didn't even bother to ask. I just came through like, ooh.
I'm sorry, but like to kind of comment on what you were saying. I actually learned that from Apple. How like they don't say anything, they just drop it and you go crazy over it.
Just do it.
So I mean, they could give you updates all throughout the year on what they're doing, but then it's not as enjoyable when it drops.
Right.
So it's a marketing tip.
All right, rest of the cast we got.
What's up, y'all? My name's Tyler Clay, and I play Money and Stacks.
Money and Stacks.
I'm Nicole Stewart, and I play Liz.
She plays Liz.
I'm Danae Chaffin, and I play Naya.
Say that again.
I'm Danae Chaffin, and I play as Naya.
I'm Kelvin, and I play Hustle.
He's been on the pod before too. Y'all seen him probably on the live. I think it was like.
I guess I guess I got to say.
J.I. on the show too.
Shit, I'm Jackie Richardson, and I play Mr. Wallet.
So for all of everybody who watches Sippin with the Real, listen, be on the lookout for Timmy, because we're gonna share it on the Sippin with the Real page on all our YouTube, Facebooks, TikToks, Twitters, Instagrams, or whatever. So y'all can check it out. Y'all can get to see J.I. and his acting back.
Phones up on Facebook. Go to Sippin with the Real.
We ain't live though. We ain't live. This not live. This not live. Nah, this ain't live. Nah, we ain't doing it live.
Well, we'll do it. We'll go follow it or add it.
Like
just to have it ready.
We
When I say we gonna share it and shit once he say what he say. Damn, I thought we was live.
No, we're gonna go live.
We're gonna go live though. We're gonna go live. We're gonna get live.
Say that. We're gonna go live. We're just building up the energy.
Yeah.
Doing our regular show, then we go live.
We ain't gonna give everybody everything just yet. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So how?
Gotta get a little more sippy.
Could you say what you said earlier about Tim is an honorary person on
the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, Tim is definitely an honorary member.
Yeah.
Tim did a lot. The people.
That to be said on
the people.
That to be heard.
No, Tim got some producer credits too.
Yeah. Tim made our initial commercial. You know, the pod has changed, so
That's
I don't
one.
do it as much. But Tim has came over here and actually
gave us different angles, camera views, like made our shit really look official.
He shot it.
We ain't gonna forget that. That probably was episode 67 or some shit.
He did it multiple times.
65 or some shit like that.
I
Yeah.
want to low key do it again. Like for sure. Cause like I'm getting a new camera too, so it's gonna be.
But that's the good thing about having brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
With different talents.
With different talents.
Because I'm sure, all you all were brought together based on knowing somebody that's in this group. I'm correct, right? So there's more talent working together to bring talent together. You know what I mean?
This is where it starts. Team. Need a team.
Teamwork.
Definitely got to have a team.
Yes.
And I like the team because I see y'all all came together. When you say 7, I knew who was going to come. You knew that I haven't seen, but everybody, and bro right here knew. But everybody else, I'm like, okay, yeah, so they just by y'all. Like I say, other scripts and shit too to come. So we gon' it should be some sagas and shit.
All right,
and I'm sure y'all writing way more shit. So you should be writing after this. Even though we talking about this, we gonna stay on this.
Okay.
But you should be writing after after this now, right? Okay, that's all I want to say.
They got a lot of work.
Tell them, let them know what they're gonna be able to watch.
No word, no such thing as sleep.
All right, yo. So Timmy will be dropping on Tubi TV, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, pretty much all the streaming services. It will be streamed, and I'm going to also drop it. I may drop it on YouTube and also like the Facebook fan page as well.
Right.
After the fact or before the fact?
I'm still deciding
Same
because
fact.
it's taking too long. I mean, like it already passed QC, it's already ready to go, but they.
What's the
they
process
haven't given me a
like
date.
though? Cause you saying
The
it
process
taking
is
too long.
rigorous, and one thing that I had to learn that I didn't know, to get something on one of these services, it has to be in a certain format, a certain Kodak. You got to shoot it a certain way. Well, not shoot it a certain way, but you
You got to go
shoot
through a
it in
quality
certain-
test.
Exactly, a quality test.
It's just
And
like if
I
you
failed the quality test.
upload
Yo,
a video to
yo,
YouTube, they had to go through the cycles,
Food for thought. Listen,
upper cycles.
you only get 3 tries. I failed the quality test twice. Calvin know how I showed him. I failed twice.
3
The third
strikes?
time, bro, you only get 3 tries and you can't submit it no more.
Then you
I
gotta read
failed the first 2 times. It took me then a month and a half to redo everything about like the show. I had to sit there and fucking type subtitles for 2 days straight. Calvin know. He FaceTime. I'm like, bro,
So you had to type the subtitles?
I had to type because I sent them through.
Oh, they don't even know all this.
They
This is a
fucked
book.
up,
This is a
like,
book. We talking about a book now.
Anyways, like they
We
fucked
talking about
all
a
the
book
words, so I had to
now.
literally,
We talking about
like,
book
go
information
through it,
now. You can write a book.
type everything and
We talking too much now.
That's what it's.
Yeah, it's tedious. It's
was,
tedious. It's tedious. But you know what? That's what it takes to be great, though. It takes
I know
that to be great.
So like the second and the third and the fourth episode, I already know the steps to take to get it on these services now because I damn near was enslaved in my room for 6 months editing this shit.
6 months.
You know?
A lazy motherfucker would have quit. You gotta understand
like-
something, boy. You gotta understand something, boy. I knew it already. He in there. Anytime I call him, yeah, bro, I want to come through and record something. I ain't never heard no.
Never heard. Yo,
We always
I'm always
working.
up to work, man. I'm like, what it?
Always working, bro. I want to shoot a video. Ooh, I win. Ooh. Always working.
Sure.
So I know you not no lazy one. You got work ethic. Where'd it come from?
Being influenced when I was young. To be
Just so
honest,
y'all know what that means, as far as Tubi, YouTube, and all this other bullshit platforms. And all
It's
that.
not bullshit. It's an outlet. You gotta give them a prop.
Okay.
We need them.
Right, but I'm
We
just
need
speaking
them.
slang. You know I love them.
Yeah, you know, but they don't understand our slang.
He said, I'm trying to get on the motherfuckers.
They don't understand our slang.
But basically what I'm saying is, what that means is, you're already famous, and you don't even know it.
That's an interesting thing to look at.
You're already famous, you don't even know it.
You asked him a question.
I forgot.
I did.
Somebody remember.
Next question. The influence.
Yeah.
Where'd it come from? Oh, like when I was younger.
Yeah, I always wondered that. Like,
No.
what got you into
6
this?
kids, 1 household, 2-bedroom. On Laramie and Fulton. No. On Chicago Avenue and Hamlin.
The hood.
700 blocks.
The hood.
700 blocks.
He'd come to my
700.
crib and pick me up.
Back then.
Yeah, so it can be at school early, like so.
700
in grammar
blocks.
school.
I understand. Back then.
So he already know. Yeah, man, and like kind of just seeing her, pay the bills and shit like that. So it was like.
So
man,
this
anything's possible.
this one of
So-
your day ones.
Yeah, day. Yeah,
Okay.
Way
Yeah,
back.
I'm the one.
The only
That
one.
explains a lot. That
I'm
explains
the
a
one that
lot.
gotta tell.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's family.
That makes
what I'm
sense
saying?
because
That's my bro.
you have something to offer.
Yeah.
And I know from the little bit that I know of Tim, like when y'all came with the show, I'm like, okay, this must be somebody that he know because I don't really see him moving around like that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I asked that.
Mm-hmm.
So now it makes sense. You went to OR too, right?
Nice to meet
You
you.
went to OR too?
Yes, sir.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. He went to OR. That's what I remember. You told me.
I went to Ryerson.
Yeah,
That's grammar school. The grammar
So
school.
y'all went to grammar school together.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
6th grade.
But I like to kind of like to
Miss Dollar.
That explains a lot.
pretty much just being involved in circles and seeing like everybody was just satisfied with just saying it and not doing it. which motivated me. Like, bro, like I really want this shit. You feel me? Like, and then like they say don't look up the rappers and shit, but that's all I had. Like I had the Gucci Mans and the T.I. and shit. You feel me? Like because when you young and you watching that shit, you like, damn, I want to be successful too. Not only as a rapper, but anything that I want to like strive for, I just want to do it.
Anything that's gonna be
so like that was like really key, and also what motivated me was just being around people that want a man of their word. You feel me? I'm always a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
No, we recording. We're not live broadcasting.
Okay. And like I know how I feel to be let down and also let somebody down, and to me that's not a good feeling at all. Right. And I always try to be a man of my word. You feel me? And then if I'm not, some catastrophic.
No, you always came through though. You always came through.
Every time, because that's just me. I'm gonna come through. You feel? But what comes with that, I always been fucked over a lot by people like that. J-Dub know.
I make sure
J-Dub already know.
But, hey,
bro.
I don't know, but I know our relationship. I'm gonna give you what we talked about. It's gonna be on time. Payment gonna be up front. That's just a relationship that we always had. Cause we always had good business.
Yeah, for sure.
Like always.
Yeah.
Like. All right, this is what it is.
Sure.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. All right, well, we can get it done.
But you see, in the long run, it starts to pay off. Because it's like, damn, I could just hit JR. Yo, JR, like, you want to come over here with me? Hey, yo, JR, I'm going out of town. You good? Come on. It pays off. But, yeah, it's...
No, I definitely going to do that. When I heard you, I was definitely going to come through for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely.
But that was, like, the motivation for sure, right?
So, how? So you acting is something that you're interested in, or so how did you feel when he contacted you to be a part of the show?
So how that whole thing went, like he said when we was talking in the other room, like, you know, I do my studies and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this is something you have to go out of your way to go get, and that's with anything. So I was like, okay, perfect opportunity. We had my mom's baby shower. He came through. I know that's family, but just because that's family don't mean the opportunity is going to be given to you.
For sure.
And make sure you have that mindset when you're going into anything, because you're already ready when you get in that business room with all these big names and stuff like that.
Facts.
So with me having that mindset, I took that opportunity and tried to talk to him as a man to let him know where I'm coming from, what I'm passionate about. He already saw that. And besides the family connection, you know, it was just like a respect thing. So I was like, okay, man, we in it. He hit me up with the opportunity. I'm not to be like big-headed or nothing, because yes, I am confident in myself that I know I can act, and that I had the potential, and I was going to like get not the role, but like I was going to get an opportunity to do what I can with him. But when he hit me up, I was like, okay, damn, it worked. Damn, that's true. Okay,
so you was excited. You was excited for the opportunity.
Did he have to worry about that, or you already knew? Was he over worrying?
That you would involve him in.
I'm just saying, but did you already know? Or did you make him sweat it out? Like, was he over worrying?
What's wild about that? I had to take it with a grain of salt, right? Because I gotta treat him like I treat everybody else.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck about no family, right? Because he can just tell me something and then bail out. And then.
But you had to know something.
No. Like with me, I give everybody a chance, right? Because I think everybody is entitled to one chance. Twice if they nice.
So you approach him?
So I'm not.
Now that makes sense.
We had needed extras, but it's like just this past weekend, I could have helped a lot of folks to do a lot of things, but I don't really mess with them like that. So the relationship goes a long way. You feel me? There was no ill intentions, and like the way he approached me, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna give him a chance.
Well, shit, I'm glad I'm doing a good job, I guess. Yeah, because I ain't know, I was like, I was borderline made it.
No, we just established our relationship, and he knew.
It's like, how do you see that when we're approaching you, or when you come across us to hear about us and stuff like that? Like, do you see the nervousness? Do you see the hunger? Do you see that we want it? Like, just talking to us, like, or you just
so like to see that you want it, for me, that's a physical thing, right?
Okay.
That involves showing up on time, communication, and everything else that come with that. To see that you're nervous is like, okay, but that's understandable, because everybody nervous for anything that's new or anything that's serious. Like, if you like really like a guy, you nervous because you about to get married. It's like, oh my God, because it's real. You feel me?
Right.
Just life with them.
So I see those things, but I don't judge off those things, because it's just a human thing to be, you know. But I really focus on what you do rather what you say. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Because you can say you want it, and then you just don't show up the shit. It's like, all right, clown, next.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because 8 billion, look, to me, it's 8 billion people in the world. I'm not going to waste my time with your ass. Because, like, if you ain't come correct, it is what
That's
it
something
is.
you learn, like you say, coming
I ain't
up,
gonna waste my time.
learning what you know,
I ain't gonna waste my time.
being fucked over. You
Oh, for sure.
You get, you know, your
Yeah.
patience starts to wear thin
One
when
thing.
it comes to people.
And
Right,
you start to think a little different. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
you become
And, like,
smarter. You become smarter,
Yeah.
and you learn. You
And
get
you're
to
not
be able
naive
to-
anymore.
to
Calvin,
read the
we
people.
was walking out south on 87th. This was back when it was cracking out there.
Mm-hmm.
Red line. Went to my manager at the time when Nails had recorded the All My Exes song
We was just kids, bro.
with me. Just 17, 18 probably.
Yeah, I remember these.
I'm calling this man, but I'm paying him $250 a month as a 17-year-old. You feel me? My check's only like $500 every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And then I'm calling him like, bro, why you ain't picking up the phone? Calvin started. He like, bro, because he playing your ass. And I'm looking like, deep inside, I knew he was playing me, but I didn't want to believe it. You know? And then he really just, in my face, bro, you getting played.
It's,
like, damn.
it is also like
So-
something that we talked off camera when y'all was talking about the whole meeting up with other, you know, people who do something similar in
Right.
Chicago.
For sure.
This person, I'm assuming you chose that person because of what you thought they could provide for you.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that person looking like I got to build this person. In the industry, that's how it goes. Like
That's motivation, though.
the backbone, yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
That's,
He took that as motivation.
that's burning his inside out to show this motherfucker, this one particular motherfucker, this
Need that
whoever it
sometime.
was that he said told him that was playing him.
Because-
That is what
because
lit
they
that
cut you.
fuel. Everybody got that one moment. I got that motherfucker in life that did that too. We ain't gonna talk about it because it ain't about me, but I know what it is.
Yeah, but the motherfucker we
That
talking about-
motherfucker right there that told him that was playing him for money, didn't believe in it, is the reason why Tim's still going and going and going and building and building
We ain't
and
got to
building.
say no name because people
Because
recognize the face when they watching this.
Exactly, but guess what?
You know what I'm saying? You know who the fuck it is.
yeah, that's crazy.
For sure.
But no, but that I see what I see.
Yeah,
See,
everything was
that's
on
the
the management
motherfucker.
team.
Cause you ain't talking about nobody else.
We ain't got-
but-
we ain't got to put them on Front
But
Street.
this
We
how
ain't
you
got to
know
put
it
them on
though.
Front
This
Street.
how you know this is what struck that fire because that's the situation he's talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? This is what lit that fire.
Yeah, and it was crazy because like we could talk about it, be professional, and be funny about it, but I
No,
still
it is
feel
what
some
it
type of way
is.
about that.
But it is what it is.
No,
That probably
yeah.
happened 10 years ago. How many years ago that
A
happened?
little longer than that. Right?
Man, no,
that was before Rambo.
Yeah, that was
Right,
before
before
Rambo.
Rambo
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
So what, that 13 years?
That was like in 2011
or something like that, right?
probably.
That was
20
before
years.
Rambo,
Yeah.
and that's
You know what
what
I'm
we
saying?
recorded Rambo. That's who we recorded Rambo with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It was Rambo
I never got over that,
LVs.
bro. I never got over that.
Yeah.
Certain shit you just don't get over.
I feel you.
What?
Now
You know,
Nicole,
you know.
yes.
We all linked with the same motherfuckers in this industry, man. This ain't no.
Chicago's a small city.
You know what I'm saying? We all know we all know everybody. Just like
Especially when
this
we're
ain't
working.
nothing but goddamn grammar school, like we talking about earlier.
sure.
We
Grammar
all
school,
know
high
everybody.
school.
He know what the fuck we talking about with his whole ass.
Thanks. What's your question?
Have you acted before this, or would this be your debut?
I have did some other things prior to this, but I would want to say this would be my actual debut of
Okay,
something that's actually went consistently through.
Okay.
So yeah.
What would how was it? Did you know? And who did you know initially to bring you upon the cast? Or
A newest girlfriend.
okay, shout out to Stasha.
From one of her friends who's dating one of my guys' friends.
Okay, yeah. Shit. Go ahead.
She almost said credits on there.
She a choreographer? Are you choreographer something of this stuff?
She the camera girl. She the camera woman.
I'm saying, but she choreographed. I mean,
Ain't no-
how you say it?
Choreographer.
I she choreographed in the prom.
It's gonna be a
thing.
dancing.
Okay, it'll be a dance.
So,
You doing that?
well, who else gonna do it?
Hey, that's all I'm saying. We're gonna have to get on here. We're gonna have to get on
I
here.
want to be in that scene because she can definitely teach her butt off.
Go ahead.
But so to finish up, pretty much, so I know his girlfriend through some other our friends. So it just happened that we went to a birthday trip and then we all ended up linking up. And then I ended up meeting him, and it's crazy. I don't even talk about acting because I've been in like a little weird space with it because of my past. And for someone else to just be talking about it openly kind of forced me to talk about it in a sense, and I love that, and that's how it just began that way. But it initially started at a birthday trip, and then I got acquainted with him, and then the conversations went from there. And I was actually surprised when I was presented with, do you want to be a part of it, and stuff like that. And I was grateful for it, and it's been good ever since.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's how bro is with a lot of things when it comes to meeting people and meeting talent and stuff. Just conversation.
I definitely like to ask a
conversation.
motherfucker what they do.
What you do,
What's your
what you
interest?
good at, like.
How can we help each other?
exactly. And that's
Anytime
all
I talk to anybody, how can we help each other? Even if I don't come out and say directly, how can we help each other? I'm gonna find out what it is you do. Now, how can that benefit me so I can help benefit you?
Yeah.
I met a lot of people like that.
networking.
Yeah,
Definitely networking.
It's networking.
I love the network.
Yeah, you've had a good experience with the shoots and all that.
Yes, this has been so far the best of everything.
Okay.
Even if he feel like he's not, he's still learning and everything. The best. My past, I done been on some other type of stuff, sets and everything. It's been everything.
But that's how you grow. You grow
Everything.
together though. That's how the wins, all them casts that started, you know what I'm saying? Even if you grow, the Jim Carreys, all of them people, they all start amongst probably a good 10 of them. You do different things. Like, you can do some other shit with this other person. You can do some other shit, but y'all gonna keep that same circle, and y'all can branch off, and then it's gonna always be that same family tree. It's rooted here. You know what I'm saying? So this is the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers probably be like, oh, but on some real shit, just to gather this amount of people together for what you putting together and what you putting together, and if it do blossom, and even don't blossom, but let's say 6 of y'all go off and do some shit, you can always look back at this like, damn, this the beginning.
Most definitely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's something like, because from when I'm like, we the youth, I can speak for this. Like, literally, I know how it feels.
The youth love to say they young. Boy, them motherfuckers, they love to say how young they is, don't they, boy? Like, God damn. Make a nigga feel old. That's what it is. Come on, young boy. What you was saying?
But like I was saying, like, other inspiring actors out there, like, it could be a 14-year-old girl who's like, oh, yeah, I want to act, I don't know where to start. And, they doing all this extra stuff. There was no, like, blueprint or format to get here. But trust, like even when you all big and stuff, like, let's say I auditioned for some movie and then I make it off and I'm going off from there. Like, trust, still do acting classes and still perfect your craft. And not just saying that just to say it, like, literally do it, because you got to fall in love with it to actually love this. So when you even do feel like, oh, dang, I'm not doing the best, or like da-da-da-da-da-da, look back at your journey. Look at the first thing that you made. Because trust, like, it was like, what, last year I looked at the first time I ever acted, like, on camera, and that was in theater class, my sophomore year of high school, my first show I ever did. I looked at it, my acting was terrible. But it was just about, like, doing it. Like, even if you can't overcome the fear, which I don't really think you can do because that's just a natural feeling, do it scared.
They say deaf and public speaking is the biggest fear.
Really?
Yeah.
Public speaking?
Public speaking.
Wow. That's okay.
Those are the biggest fears in the world. Like, deaf.
Is that why Dad was looking like that day?
Say it again.
Is that why Dad was looking like that when we went to the event?
Well,
Inside joke.
yeah, he looked like he like that all the time. That's just his natural expression. That's why I said, like, he look like he's just a scary person.
He cool though.
Naturally scary.
My bad. I caught you, Mitch.
Let's talk about the producer.
Danae. I know you from doing music.
Danae, the producer. See how it rhymed. Danae, the producer. I gotta understand. I'm impressed. I give people their props. Y'all don't understand. This ain't about the show. I heard a couple beats she made prior to this. So every time, you know that, I don't want to make it seem like it's something weird.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, you good.
No, for real though. Because I know her from making beats.
And music.
And produce.
She makes not only does she make beats, she also does music.
Check her out. On some real shit. I'm a fan. I would love to have access so when you make something, you release it, you can send it direct to me because I listen to everything. And
we'll get everybody's social medias, pass it around. We'll say it on camera and stuff before we get done, and I'll make sure to forward to you because you ain't gonna hear it or remember it. So.
Yeah, cause no. Mother think I'm ancient.
Okay, well then I'm not gonna send it to you then. How about that?
Send it to me. No,
Exactly.
Send it to me, nigga.
So I know you from doing music. Has acting always been something you wanted to do, or is it was just an opportunity and working closely with Tim that you just fell into the role?
It's something that I've always wanted to do. I actually almost got scammed twice in real life.
Scam?
Yes.
How?
One, I was going to get offered to be in the Disney Channel, but I was going to pay a lot of money for that. They was like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. And I was like, okay, well, thank God I didn't do that. The second time, it was like, my friend was like, hey, I got this opportunity for you to join this agency. The agency contacted me and everything. I did the resume. She was like, yeah, I want you to pay $700. Excuse me, what? Yeah, we want you to come to LA. Of course, I got paid for it. Paid for the photo shoot. Paid more money for the makeup. I was like, I feel like
good, you didn't, but I don't want to get deep into that. But when they ask you something like that, they want to make sure that you're serious. You know what I'm saying? It could be scams. It could be scams, but sometimes it don't be. But sometimes it do be. Sometimes it be let's see how serious this person is. Are they willing to invest in themselves?
But that's where it's tricky at because you got these organizations, you got these entities that actually do that for real. But like I said, if you come off as a person that's a pushover, they'll get over on you.
Never be a pushover.
Long as you don't know that they're getting over you, they're going to get over you. Period. So it goes both ways. They scamming as well as they doing business legitimately. These are actual agencies I'm talking about because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's real.
Oh no,
it's real. You pay that money and they'll get you to where you need to be. But if they can see that you're a pushover, you're a person that's gonna, well, yeah, sure, I'll do this, I'll do that without question. Yeah, they're gonna play the hell out of you. And how you paying this and that whole time? They know you willing to wait for your next role, so they ain't gonna never give you a role. You feel what I'm saying?
I'll always say get an advisor, somebody who's in the know in the situation, and ask them questions. Because when you reaching out as you say you were dolo by yourself, looking into these things, if there's no way to actually fact check what they're saying, you can get exposed into a scam.
And even then, they may be in somebody's pocket.
Who? The people who scamming?
Whoever the scammers, I got scammers. It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. Yeah. It's deep.
This shit is deep.
God
damn, I'm scared. You should be. You gotta be. This how much you have to be alert.
Period.
It's like hawks flying around watching you, watching your pocket, like watching bread hit the ground. They see you. You don't see them, but they see you. You don't even know who they is. And they gonna do it legal. With
this industry though, these are legal scams, right? Like you said, these are legal scams. Like, cause you can get up with a management company or something like that, and you can sign a contract not knowing you can signed up for 7 albums even after you fire this person.
Period.
Or the
cause you read everything.
20, maybe even 50% of what you make from 7 projects on some acting type of stuff. And you ain't even with this person no more. So it's good to be careful.
But you read everything, but you didn't read everything. You have to read everything. I'm talking about the smaller the letters, the smaller. But the lawyers are for that too. But they part of the scam too. So therefore, the smaller the letters
don't do it
get.
At all.
Hold on, no. Listen. The smaller.
If you
the smaller. Wait. Check this out. Just let me say this one thing. The smaller the letters get, the more you better read them. Magnify them. The smaller the letters get, the more you better read them.
That's true. That's why they hide the tricky shit.
Because they small for a reason. Because they don't want you to see it. Magnify that shit. Look at this shit. The smaller that shit get, the more you read into it. and them fucking facts.
So
That's the contract, making words smaller. Every contract got small words in them.
they do for a reason.
For a reason. Because you ain't going to magnify
And they
them.
got words you don't
You're going
know.
to gloss over it. Read them small-ass words first. Look for the small words, then read the big words. Because if you read the small words, then you may not even have to read the rest of that shit. Because the small words going to tell you what it is. So I'm wasting my time reading this shit, and you told me what I need to know right here.
Hey, get straight to
This shit foul.
yeah.
Who that is, Jono?
Yeah.
He out?
Yeah.
Damn, Jono, you ain't making no appearance, boy? All right, next time, bro. All right, go like
What do you like more?
Go like the
Acting or yeah? I got it, bro. I'm gonna go like it. No, you do it, nigga. Damn.
I'm gonna go lock the door, y'all.
Do you like? No, we talking
You
about.
knew we was, boy. I like dope.
We need to go live. Shit.
yeah.
We've been saying all this good shit.
It's gonna get released. It's all gonna get released. Everything's been recorded. It's gonna get edited down. We're gonna release it in clip segments, all that. It's a whole process. Y'all came the last time y'all were here. Y'all came for the live edition. We had already recorded for like an hour and a half before y'all got here. Yeah, we do that. It's a whole podcast before the live. It's a process. So we down there do like 2.5 hours of content.
We're gonna do about that
Let's
20
get it
minutes,
in.
then we going live.
Yeah, we're gonna get the rest of the guys in.
I didn't know it was like that.
I'm working my way.
I know it's like that for far as everything else.
Right.
Entertainment-wise. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, we definitely.
So the reason, all right, we get y'all the backstory on SippinWitDaReal.
Oh,
I'll get back to it. I get back to you in a second. Because we still gotta talk to him about his role in it as
And then Jay.
co-creator and writer. Yeah, and then Jay, I gotta get his experience.
So you probably should bring Sippin with the real when it's time to talk to me, or is it time to talk about me?
I mean, no, it's
Cause you know I'm man talking about me. No, I just relax.
Yeah, it's lit.
Mr. Wallet.
I'm a sip to that.
so. Then are you? Oh, yep.
Yep.
Which do you enjoy more? Whether it's the acting or the creation of music, because I say creation of music because you sing, you produce, so
Yeah,
Animation.
game streaming, yeah.
Oh, you're a game streamer?
Yes.
She do a lot.
You were telling me you were
That's
doing
a
something
good
last time I talked to you.
Because I've been making music since I was pretty much born. And I constantly kept doing it. But if it wasn't for Tim and Stasha, who was like, oh, you should.
Oh, she's a regular Lisa Simpson.
Shut up.
I had to put that out there. I knew y'all would get that. Y'all millennials.
If it wasn't for them who was like motivating me, like, you should definitely do this. Like, I was not going to do stars at all if it wasn't for them. But me doing it, I was like, oh, this actually feels good. The confidence. And then I'm back in my shell. And then once the show came along, I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But it's the motivation that they kept telling me to do. Because I've been doing acting for like real TV shows and like real movies. And that's how I met somebody. Repeat. That right there was actually my breakthrough. And when I tell you I was going to give up acting because of that, I don't.
What was it that made you, if you don't mind sharing, is because like we are talking to the younger, he starts speaking to the younger crowd, the younger people out there. So just something that they can look out for and in their process.
Oh, it's nothing scary. It's just that you have to prepare yourself for the environment. Like keep the mindset everybody's going to hate you.
Wow.
When I felt that pressure and it just felt like the person next to you was like, well, I can't stand her. I was kind of new for me and I was freaking out a little bit like, But then at the same time,
Would you say it was like a competitive
Yes.
environment, and
Absolutely.
you were you not expecting a competitive environment?
I wasn't expecting
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, I figured that would be. The
And me being a shy person is like, okay, well, I'm sorry, you actually having a thing right here. I'm just an extra, but I'm outstaging you, so deal with it at this point.
Okay.
So,
Hey, I mean, what I was just talking. Don't be a pushover. Don't be a pushover.
I don't want to interrupt.
Go ahead.
But I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Like, since you was in that field, because trust, I'm not. Like, I stand on business when it's time to, but at the same time, this is a whole different ball game. This is a professional field where all this is like executives and everything. I don't want to mess up my opportunity by being too real, whatever
Too
you want to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how do you balance that out to know when it's like, all right, bro, I ain't finna play with you, or it's like, okay, yeah, you got it. Like, how do you balance that out to know when to move this way or that way?
honestly, I will take everything serious because you never know who's gonna look at what and who's not. So I wouldn't play around with anything. Even this opportunity, don't. I would do it seriously.
Trying to cause no problems and mess up my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I
I would say because on the actual set, everyone is like, hurry. It's always a thing. I done spent almost a whole day on one set because a main character cut, retake. Almost killed her.
If you taking that,
Yeah, let's go to
you know what? It was because it's just like going in the studio. Sometimes you have to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes everybody can't get it on the first take. Sometimes you get it on the first take.
and it's up to
Sometimes
the
you wanna
director.
punch in.
It's up to the director to say, okay, I like that.
And plus that. And that.
It's up to the
opinion.
director to say,
It's
okay,
opinion.
I like that scene.
So don't
But do it again just in case I get to the
actor
spot and
that
I
don't
don't
like
like
what
that
they
scene,
did.
you know.
The director may like what they did, and the actor may say, I ain't like that.
Yeah.
So now it's a conflict of interest. So this shit here is all about patience. You definitely, this shit, and even though it ain't heavy lifting, it's definitely draining.
Right.
Yeah.
That day, it was good, and I enjoyed it. It was an experience. I appreciate it. I look
I'm
forward
gonna get to you.
more.
I'm gonna get to you. Hold on.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get to you. I'm going around the table. I'm going around the table.
All right, my bad.
Not low.
There we go.
Sir. You are on both sides of this project. You're on camera, you're behind. This is your voice pretty much, right? You're writing.
Yes, sir.
Right, you're a writer. So how does it feel to have people acting out your thoughts, basically? Because it's a lot of your writing going into this, right?
Right.
So when you see them, you know, bringing your...
Not only act this, but how? No, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna add on to your question. Same thing.
Go ahead.
But while you answering it, and it's crazy, I know it, but how, cause like I said, I see the Timmy story, like he's saying. How did you implement your shit in with the Timmy story? Like I say, cause this shit new to me. Like I always knew about the Timmy story. But I ain't, the mellow, where they come in at? Now finish asking him with that on there.
Well,
Here you go. I think he got the...
No, he couldn't do that though, I guarantee you.
Yeah, no.
yeah, that just clicks when you working with somebody who you know is another you. You know what I'm saying?
So
all Tim had to do was come to me and say, "This is what we doing," and then it was gonna.
So that's where it came from. Y'all connected like, all right.
Right.
I made the songs already. I know you into writing.
Yeah. Thing about it
That's what I'm
is,
trying to see, because it's two different worlds to me, because like I say, I already knew Tim with the Timmy song and all that shit.
yeah, but
back
everything
then
is
when I was-
spiritual, man. Everything is spiritual at the deepest root. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At the deepest to its root, everything is spiritual. So when you Tim ain't just somebody who I just happen to know from school.
Exactly.
Even though I met him at school. You know what I'm saying?
Early in school.
Right.
What
This is somebody
part of
who's
school?
deeply
Grammar school.
connected with
Grammar
you
school.
spiritually.
Yeah.
Right. 6th grade. You know what I'm talking about?
That's like Sandbox.
Right.
It's like,
We were still kids. We were still short then.
No, if you from the Sandbox,
Right.
pretty much brothers.
So you got
So
those
you
two
pretty much
spirits
know how to
collide.
think like each other, like on some real shit. Like let's Cause I always say that people say they friends. I don't mean to cut you off, but people say they friends, but there's levels to friends. You can meet a motherfucker 1 year, you call him your friend. You can meet a motherfucker 5 years, you can call him your friend. You can meet a motherfucker 10 years, that'll be your best friend. You could meet a motherfucker 20 years, and that'll be a lifelong friend. Then you can meet a motherfucker from the sandbox, and that's like my day one. On some real shit.
It becomes
Cause not too many people have people that was there from goddamn it under 7 years old.
Yeah, but that's just the thing. It don't be about age because I knew people longer than I knew him that turned out to not be him. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what I'm saying, because y'all knew each other when y'all was 7.
We knew each other when we was babies.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You know
So
what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
difference. You can go through life knowing the motherfucker, meeting motherfuckers, all
So
that shit.
it's spiritual at the end of the day. It's about what your soul carries.
That
It's what
connection
your
that's
heart
gonna
carries.
keep
You know
y'all
what I'm saying?
always combined.
At the end of the day, it ain't just because we met in 6th grade. It's the spiritualness that we share. You know what I'm saying? Because you could meet somebody tomorrow that you feel like you know all your life, and then y'all turn out to be best friends, way better, and they do better for you, and you do better for
But
them.
you heard you said y'all knew each other all y'all life though.
Yeah,
But it wasn't all our life. It wasn't all our life. That was 6th grade.
If I was just make
How old are you?
You feel what I'm saying? That's 6th grade. That wasn't all our life. I had a lot of experience in life before I met Tim.
Or 10.
You know what I'm saying?
10.
Like I say, it's about a spiritual thing.
12,
you know what I'm
6,
saying?
13,
What connects.
7,
You know what I'm saying?
14, 8 for something.
Because that's just like when you leave your brothers and sisters being your friends. It's like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. That's like when you okay, now my brothers and my sisters and my cousins ain't just the people that I know. Like it's going into like the 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like when I'm developing people that I should know going on to this journey of life. You see what I'm saying? It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah, I get what he's
deep.
saying. What he's saying, like you, when you start going outside and you get away from the people who sheltering you, the people you meet now. This is a new life.
You forming new brothers and sisters.
So we live multiple lives as we grow up because the first 7, 8, 9, 10 years we sheltered in our house. We know our parents. We know our sisters. We know our brothers.
We know our siblings.
Now, once you get to go outside and choose who you be around, that around 12 is when the range start to ease up a little bit, and you get to make the decisions on who you want to be around you. And the time.
Which would be your
connect.
day ones.
Exactly.
Like I say, it's a spiritual thing, man. It's on a deeper level of whatever people think deep is. Because like I say, at the end of the day, me and Tim was best friends before I even got a chance to see what his household was like. You know what I'm saying? And that's just spiritual thing. It's like when you meet a person that share the same spiritual connection with you, it's like looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already best friends before y'all even know it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Before y'all even say, hey, I fucks with you. I fucks with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's be friends.
Right.
It happens before then. You feel what I'm saying? And all this shit happened before I got the chance to see how he grew up or going to his house or him coming to my house. Right. All that shit was established way before then. It's a spiritual thing.
And y'all still here.
That's why they say birds of a feather flock together. You stay with you ride with people who's like you. You know what I'm saying?
Like-minded people.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro.
Coincidence.
And
in common.
One thing that I'm grateful of,
common folks,
most of all, is that we both was broke when we met. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all share this. Watch this.
This should be tricky if we both was rich and met.
So y'all share a similar hunger.
You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah,
Do you feel me?
Bars.
We both was teased on the way.
I was just bullshit.
We both
was
like, not to say we was teased like that, but we was respected in a way as well as teased. You know what I'm saying? We both experienced both sides of the fence before being rich. You know what I'm saying? Before the rich shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we know each other for real. Versus you getting you a motherfucker with money and you getting around a motherfucker who think like you, who got money too. Mm-hmm. 9 times out of 10, y'all only operating off the strength of money. So there ain't no real loyalty there. It ain't real.
It's a what can you
it ain't
do
real.
For me? It's a what can you do for me situation.
Especially when you already been through the maturity level and you already grown as hell and you already know what life brought you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Know when you trying to get. So it's gonna be faker then. So it's best to have that one, if not multiple people who's like you when you're younger. Yeah, I'm just grateful of that. We started when we was younger, you know what I'm talking about? Cause if we would have met a week ago, I wouldn't trust this motherfucker. He wouldn't trust me. Period.
No, them facts.
These just facts. We wouldn't trust.
Those are facts.
Even though we work good together, we all keep a smile on our face. Everything is cool. Yeah, what's up, Tim? What's up, KV?
I have to know you.
You know what I'm saying? We have to know the motherfucker. You know, right? You know what I'm saying?
I have to know you to
the fact that we started young, I'm grateful of that.
So that's why they trust each other.
Because we both experienced the side that our own fucking family ain't gonna ride with you.
You're a Sagittarius, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
Your own fucking family, your blood.
But
them the first motherfuckers that's gonna show you that you ain't shit. That ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. Them the first people that's gonna show you.
If you meet a motherfucker 5 years ago, don't tell him nothing.
Period.
Learn to move in silence.
Nothing.
For sure.
Learn from your mistakes.
You know why?
Always.
Because you gotta wait another 5 years just to know.
Because we said that.
If it's even worth telling them something, you gotta wait another 5 years to know if you gonna tell them. Then another 5 years to know. Damn, should I finally say something?
And the most important thing.
That means 20 years. You got to know a motherfucker 20 years before you can tell them anything.
Regardless of
Anything, and that's the smallest thing.
positivity.
If I ain't on your ass, motherfucker, only my brother, I've been on him since he was born. And he's known. I'm all he's known as I was there since he opened his eyes. See what I'm saying? So therefore, when I bring new motherfuckers in, I can tell you certain things, but certain things it's gonna take. Because everybody have their own agenda. Everybody have their own agenda, right? Everybody got their own purpose in life. You know what you want to do. Whatever I got going on may not even have anything to do with what you got going on. So that's what I'm saying. I say that just because, I just say that just to say because y'all been on each other since the sandbox. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
When you bring new people in, that's when your empire crumbles. Yeah. Let's say like y'all build this shit from the ground up. Y'all get big, and then somebody else got an idea, and then he tell you some shit or tell you some shit, and then be like, oh man, Joe, I can do this better. Don't listen to that motherfucker.
Right.
Like, you've been listening to this motherfucker forever.
Some snowfall.
See what I'm saying? So why would you bring this new motherfucker? Why would you bring this snake into this?
Right.
He got an agenda. Y'all agenda aligned.
Right, and then it's like
he got a whole
you can't help but
agenda.
to know it. You can't help but to know if you go that way back.
But
you know what I'm saying?
If y'all agree on that agenda, then it's okay. But if you're trying to cut one of y'all out, or if you're trying to cut, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't fuck with it. Cause y'all been doing this before this motherfucker came around. Anytime motherfucker saying something to somebody that ain't saying to both of us, exit that plane.
I got a question. Since y'all both
Mello, you want to go to the bathroom? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you heard that?
Yeah.
I'm trying
No. Go ahead. It was a question for him. Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I
I'm
was
sorry.
just gonna ask
I said bathroom, but I'm just gonna pull up. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Jay, I'm gonna get back to you. No,
What's up? We still podcasting.
we still podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's the last question.
I'm getting to Jay on his person.
You got a lot to say. I wonder what all you do besides cook and you sing music, right?
Oh damn, it's my time? Okay, what, Mr. Wallace? Why they taking intermission? All right.
No, it's not an intermission.
All right, Mr. Wallace. Okay, what you got now? What's happening?
You get to play Mr. Wiley. You got to go into this authority figure over this class.
Yeah.
What did you tap into to, get yourself ready for that as far as like inspirations and shit like that?
I always I ain't consider myself, but people always, I don't even want to say people, but it's always been like I've been like a young OG ever since I was like 16, 17 years old. And it's like, even with the culinary shit, being the lead in the kitchen and all that shit, people asking you what to do and all that shit, but teaching, I like to teach. Because...
Was you surprised that Tim called you for that role? Or did you feel like when you seen it, you're like, yeah, I could do this. This is no me now.
No, cause you already know I mentioned it to him. Like, bro, if you need me, I'm here.
Right.
And he kept it, in the back of his cerebral cortex. You know what I mean? Something. That's the teacher shit. But no. I just knew whatever role was, I was gonna adapt. Like I was gonna adapt. I always wanted. You know how we grew up.
You good.
You know how we grew up. Whole plots, whole things I've been writing. We had whole visuals that this man. If we had this type of technology then, hey, only thing I could do is show up and show out.
Right.
He called me, I'm gonna come through. He shot a couple videos for me, recorded some of my songs for me. So I know the quality of what he's gonna put out.
Right.
I know he's not gonna make me look foolish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the big thing.
Right.
One of our cousins said, he was like, yo, just I say, bro, you ain't got nothing to worry about. That's when we did the video.
Yeah.
But just because I'm like, yo, he's not going to represent himself like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if you call me, be available, be ready, and shit, We got some more shit to do.
It's always more work. You take it. You say, let me sit down.
We're going to see, watch when this cooking video come out. Tim know what I'm talking about. We already talked about that. The whole, we going to talk. It's a lot of shit. That's the whole thing about starting from scratch, because we started from scratch. Even though we didn't start together, but we started from scratch. Everybody had an idea, and it's just, I like how it's all able to merge together. It's like making a gumbo.
So it's for this.
A nice pot of stew. You know what I'm saying?
Some soup.
That's what we making right now. We making a good ass pot of soup. You putting all them different flavors in there, letting that shit simmer.
Right.
And that's what it is.
So Nicole, you had a question for Mello that you wanted to ask?
Yes, I did have a question. So just like, I know y'all said y'all know each other, sandbox days and all that, but like, you stated what drives you, for the production and for this and everything. So I'm asking you, Mello, what drives you for it? Since you're the writer, you're behind the scenes, like he just said, like you're on both sides. So like, what is your story behind it? I know y'all are similar and stuff, but y'all at the end of the day are still individual. So
Man, it's like the exact same thing in a way, but I guess it was a matter about finding a partner who share the same interest. Because one person can't do it by themselves. I don't give a fuck how good you are, what type of opportunities you have. One person can't do it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It always takes a team. So
always.
It was about finding out that a person who was just like me was just like me, and maybe even deeper.
Interested in the arts and all that.
More passion.
Yeah, and that's what I found when I met Tim, or when I realized.
Did y'all always know that about each other? Yeah. Knowing each other this long?
It's like we.
So y'all had to reconnect.
It's like we knew it, but we didn't know it on the deepest level to where it's like, you know what? This is when we found out that it was like that. It came to a point where this what the fuck you and I should have been doing the whole time. It came to that sense.
No, waste of time. Lost a lot of minutes.
No,
I wouldn't say
I think
that.
it was a lot of growth.
Yeah, it was a lot of growth.
Not being able to grow, you're not gonna know how to identify the connect. You have to grow first.
So y'all had a disconnect.
In a sense, because like I
okay,
say,
now the plot thickens. Now
we were still kids.
So now, okay, now the plot thickens. Now I can set up. Okay, here we go. So, if we have a conflict of interest in the beginning.
A conflict of interest?
A little bit, slightly. What? Both people doing similar things.
But not connecting.
Seeing each other from afar, but not connecting. It's a little friction. You know, when you may get shot if you rub a balloon on the carpet.
We met in the 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? We met in the 6th grade. So we had a life before the 6th grade.
Exactly.
So, in the life I had, since I'm talking right now, the life that I had, I grew up with people who I met before him. You know what I'm saying? So, coming from where I come from and being steered to the point like, hey, you got to do it with your team and you got to do it with these person. These people your friends. You got to do it with them and do this and that or whatever.
Even knowing that your man's already got it going. Shit like
yeah, because the thing about it is we still linked up, but it wasn't on the deepest level as far as the people that you grew up with that you was trying to really make you.
Oh, y'all good, man. I thought it was deeper than that. I thought they was like, you know what I'm saying? Don't you know how you grow up? And you may have the one guy, he may be like, this guy, y'all may be on the different side, but y'all got the common interest, but it's people in between that.
So you thought jealousy played?
No, just saying like maybe somebody in the middle was making sure that the shit didn't happen.
Oh no! It wasn't that. It was just the fact that just trying to strive for greatness and not being aware of who you was doing it with. I had to learn that who I was trying to do it with, that I shouldn't have been doing it with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You already had the right motherfucker that you should have been doing it with. Okay.
Right. It was one of those.
Okay.
Because you got certain situation where it becomes it may be a jealousy thing.
Right.
This person may be jealous of that person, so they decide to fuck with these people and not that person.
He's not a jealous guy though.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was more of a trying to still build. And like I said, being naive to who I was around, you know what I'm saying? It was like,
just
like I said, he was still there back and forth, but it wasn't just on the deepest level as what it is now, and what motherfuckers is about to see. You see what I'm saying?
But that's what you gotta go through sometimes, you know. Once you make it back and realize like I took this time. I learned this. You took this time. You learned that. Now we back together, knowing what we know, and we can make shit happen.
Yeah, because it was the point where I was trying to get people to get in tune with who Tim is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is my partner. Y'all wouldn't want to get in tune with my people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went through that phase in life. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, like I say, me being naive and taking other people's opinions, but the whole time it was an agenda and not a real opinion.
That's poetry. He's
Hey, I'm gonna be talking about shit right now. I'm gonna be talking about shit. Okay. But yeah, it's just about being around motherfuckers who you just naive to. It's like,
that's how he was last time though. He coming in fading black. Low-key help, director,
because the thing about it is, it's easy to choose when you know you dealing with a person you washed up with versus a person you met one day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to go with the people that I washed up with.
Right.
Rather than going with the people who I met yesterday, who mean me way more better than the people who I actually washed up with, took baths with. So that's why I think I fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's a growth thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, now that it's
but
here,
you gotta understand,
you have no idea what's gonna come. You have no idea what's gonna come.
Old. You talking about them type of niggas? Them niggas irrelevant. Like
not
like,
really, because like I say,
type of shit,
when it's people that you grew up with, that you know, like you grew up with, these ain't no people that you just brush off like, oh, that person, I went to school with that person. That ain't
but I understand. But listen to what I'm saying. Watch it. Watch it. I'm gonna teach y'all a lesson right now.
People you was
just
born
because your mothers and your fathers, your aunties and all of them have kids that y'all all grew up with and y'all played with because they were doing their adult shit, don't mean you're obligated. Don't mean you're obligated to be their backbone. Don't mean you're obligated to grow a life with them. Don't mean you're obligated to stop your growth because y'all only together because their mother and father want to be together and play their shit. Now, y'all have to grow a common interest. So naturally, you may hold each other back because y'all don't have nothing in common other than the fact that y'all fucking parents want to play cards together. Y'all ain't choose each other.
Question on that.
Yeah.
Because how you wording it, you kind of throwing me off, but you did give me like, okay, well, you probably got something right there. What do you mean by, like, let's say, my boy Jalen. Yeah. We don't got the same parents or nothing like that, but let's say when you was kids, his dad and my mom used to play cards and something like that, and we was forced to hang out. But as we grow older,
Y'all build a common bond.
Yeah, but you said I'm not obligated to be his backbone. But how can you not be that if you was like you kind of practically grew up with him and you've been there for him?
So how can it's subjective.
Right.
Maybe you wanted that brother figure. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you was linked. Maybe you wanted a cousin. Maybe you wanted a friend to hang out with. But everybody don't have that. Like, maybe I don't want to have to fuck with this motherfucker every Tuesday because y'all want to fucking play cards. There's kids out there like that too. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, just because me growing up being that one that say, damn, I ain't want to have to hang out with this motherfucker every time because y'all want to get together and play cards. I'm not obligated to be, you know what I'm saying? Not and sound mean as fuck. Because the world make it sound like that's mean as fuck. But it is what it is. I was forced. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all here. Now, here you go. Y'all ain't got nowhere to go. Y'all play together. We playing cards tonight. Y'all play. Damn, I'd rather be over. You gonna make me look as a kid. Now, naturally, as the weeks go on, you gonna constantly see this motherfucker. Now y'all like, you know what? Fuck it.
So was you saying that was not meant to be there?
Nah, like I said,
it could be both ways. It could not be meant to be, or it could have been meant to be.
Spiritual is deeper.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was
forced of what you've been taught.
So if anything that was meant to be, it was forced.
The thing about it is, the reason what brought y'all parents together is what brought y'all together.
They was gambling. Shit, they was gambling.
But it was just me trying to understand his point of view when he said it's like a more subjective thing that you're not obligated to be there. Like,
okay, watch it.
Yeah, that's just understanding the reality of
I do it different. Watch this. I do it different for you. Your mama
don't have to be friends.
I get your point.
I'll flip it though.
But at the end of the day, if y'all spiritually feel like y'all love each other, then y'all gonna always be connected in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
real quick. 1 second. Your mother, she may be a housewife, right? She may don't have no friends, right? Now you go to school. She may meet friends through you. Other parents. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That don't mean that that's gonna be her lifelong friend because she met the friend through you. How could she trust them and she ain't had no friends before you went to school? But by her kid going there, their kid going there, now they known each other for 5 years. How can I trust this person in 5 years? Now, some people that genuinely would be genuine in 5 years, but me personally, in 5 years, that's enough to fucking plan a heist.
Not for real.
Meaning you plotting on me, goddammit. In 5 years, you could be doing a whole fucking scheme on my life. Meaning, I don't know you. You just got close to me. That quick. And it sounds crazy, but those are the times we live in, right? Mm-hmm. So if you got a friend, I say y'all been knowing each other since fucking 5 years old or whatever, goddammit, that's a friend.
I got. So I said, it's like it comes to that point where, like I say, if we talking about me and Tim's situation, there's been times where we already had plans to go link up and do this and do that, but that's like, damn. Should I call Tim, see what he's doing? What he's on? At least to see how he's doing. But instead, it's like we already got plans because I already, you know what I'm saying, what me and my so-called who I thought supposed to been day ones, or who I washed up with. You know what I'm saying?
To the level you gotta understand, a certain level, who cares about
right. So it's like, knowing that our plans is already this.
I don't even know them.
Knowing our plans is already this, and it always go well, or so to speak. It always turns out to be this. Should I at least?
They still my day one, but I don't hang out with them niggas.
Should I at least?
At all?
That's the least life doing. I had to go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? To understand what was real and what was fake. You know what I'm talking about?
So we got a couple new people sitting there now. You know, y'all see some people that change. You know, like throughout the pod. Introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are. Let them know the role you're gonna play.
My name Robert Newman III. I also go by Woody the Poet. I play Greed in the show.
You play Greed.
Yeah, Greed.
Other youngin' in the y'all turned this into an ageist thing. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, guys? My name's Jalen Gordon, and I play Yoshi.
You play
in the
Yoshi.
show.
Okay. Now y'all won't be in the first episode. Y'all will be in future episodes down the line. Now, when y'all, we'll start with you. When you heard about the show, how was it brought to you, and what made you interested in being a part of it?
Well, once again, me and Danae was in beats with each other. You know what I'm saying? We stayed connected through that. I was actually shocked that she even remembered me or hit me up saying like, "Hey, yeah, we got this show and we're looking for people. So you want to be in?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know."
So Danae was your introduction to the group.
Indeed, she was. And I actually appreciate that for real. I do. It's been great so far. At the same time, it's been showing me what I'm capable of. Okay. In the same token, what I can offer. But so far, it's been great. You know what I'm saying? I've been loving this process. Just really seeing it was like this is like my first indie move. Okay. It's my first indie film, indie TV show. Of course, I've been in plays, independent plays, stuff like that. But this is the first indie show itself. You know what I'm saying? Did I answer your question?
Yeah,
I was kind of rambling.
No. You good. Because I mean, you love the art. You love, because we talked off mic and you say you're into a whole multitude of things. You say you did theater before, correct? Mm-hmm. So I'm
actually in the play right now.
Oh, you're in the play.
Yeah.
What's the name of the play?
It's called The Book of Ruth. It's gonna be showed June 10th at Park Forest. Come check it out. Come check it out.
Park Forest?
Yep.
What's the name of the play again?
The Book of Ruth.
The Book of Ruth.
And the Book of Ruth is actually a book in the Bible. And that's actually what the...
How can you get the tickets?
How can you get the tickets? It's on Eventbrite. I can actually send you the link if you want. I can say that you need to get your tickets ASAP because there's only one show due to some unforeseen things. So it's only one show, but it's only going to be on Saturdays. So if you want to come, you need to get your tickets right now.
So you got the manager, you got the agency, you got all that, huh?
No, I mean I had an agent, but they dropped me because I guess they weren't really rocking with me for real. You want to know the story about?
Yeah.
We would it's some people here who are interested in this, so yes. Yeah. I mean everybody here is interested in it because they want to be a part of the business, and you have the experience. If you don't mind sharing,
I can help somebody.
I have no problem sharing at all. But I was with Guild Talent. They won of the talent agencies in Chicago, and I had auditioned for them back in 2018, 2019.
Okay.
I didn't even have to audition with actual size because I was 20. And 20 is the barrier for when you to the next stage, you know what I'm saying, for the older people. So I kind of got in, just interviewed me, but they dropped me because my headshots. It's I wasn't necessarily as experienced or knowledgeable on what headshots should look like or reels should look like because I'm in school for this. I'm in school for theater. I wasn't in school for film acting. So they just only showing me the things that I need to know.
They want you to see what they want.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I even hit this guy up. His name William Jefferson III. I hit him up. I'm like, yeah, can you check out my my resume? Because they taught me how to do a theatrical resume. And he's like, yeah, all of this is all wrong. I'm like, what? I'm thinking this is what it is. My resume right here. But no, he has sent me a link and everything. So that really definitely helped me out. Short, sweet, to the point. I was putting all my extra work on there, which you're not supposed to do at all because it's extra work. So it's not a real...
Not a credit. You just listed as extras.
Exactly, extra. Yeah, even if you just walking past, you know what I'm saying? It's not a credit because you ain't talking. But yeah, I asked her what's wrong? She even had sent me a an example of what some headshots look like. I'm like, I don't see what's the difference between the headshot that I got and the headshot that you just showed me. She's like, you know what? I don't think this is gonna be a good
You know why?
anymore. I'm like, what?
You got a little sarcastic with her, she felt. You know, sometimes, and even though you have your rights, but that was just that point where she wanted to be more superior. You see what I'm saying? You see
that pushover shit we was talking about.
the story you just said, how you just said that, how it happened, and you said how you felt, that was the test. It was a test.
Straight pushover shit we was talking about.
Pushover shit we was talking
You feel
about.
me?
I ain't even gonna flex though. I am the type of person like, you know, especially on 4-star too, they ask you these questions like, are you willing to do this? Are you willing to do that? I say yeah for all that shit, cause you know.
No, I'm just saying though.
Like I show that versatility, but at the same time, if you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything, and that's real.
Yeah, because
no, he said what he said.
Way, like right now,
I know.
The way you look
listen how he said.
You look like you can't be pushed over. Like for real, you look like a person that like damn. He ain't gonna be my yes man.
I've seen headshots.
Cause they want yes men. They want yes men who gonna say yes all the time with no question. Who's gonna do this and that regardless of what you ask them. Literally, if they ask you to jump off a cliff, they want you to be willing to do that without question.
Yeah,
it's that sick, bro. When it comes to this,
that's the business.
No,
but if you have a certain type of aura feel to you, and they can see that you, sometimes they ain't even gotta question you. And they ain't gotta ask you. They're like, oh hell no, get him over there. He look too scary. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. He look like he'll whoop my ass. He look like he'll fuck my wife. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's what the industry is, bro.
Walk around like that.
That's what the industry is, bro. You just gotta accept it, bro. When you don't look like a person that's yes man, you gonna automatically be looking like, oh hell no. Get his ass out of here. He look like he don't listen.
I got a question for listening, Yoshi.
Right.
I'm gonna call you Yoshi. So, based off what you heard, I know you two are the youngest people here, correct? Y'all are the two youngest people.
It's older than me.
Yeah, no, we can't put that. We can put that.
And we supposed to be one I was supposed to be interacting with most in the next scene, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
At the prom.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
Hey,
I gotta tell him to sit his ass down. Sit your goddamn ass down,
okay,
boy.
that's what I was like, wait.
Where your mama at? Where your goddamn mama at?
At home. Yeah.
Well, listening to what he has described as his experience, I know this is something you're looking forward to being a part of. What do you take from what he is saying as far as how to interact with the people? Because to me that was a lot of understanding what they want from you and understanding what the situation is.
So with that, I'm picking up a lot. I'm picking up a lot from everybody here because you all have different experiences with this and a lot more experience than what I have. You know, this will be kind of like my debut type of thing.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of, trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can, trying to be that sponge, just learn from everybody. Now, with his personal experience, I was going to ask you, how did you get in contact with this agency? Like,
one of my exes, they was having that open call for new talent because I think they was trying to update their whole roster of talent. My ex, she was an actor. She went to Shy Arts, and she had just sent me the link, and I'm like, yeah, come and audition. I'm like, thanks. Thanks.
That's definitely heavy because, I kind of have a checklist of things that I want to do now that I'm, getting started in this game. Like, for example, I really want to start getting into acting classes. I don't really know my way around it. I've been looking it up, doing my little research. But, I feel like it's best to ask these type of, people who've been in my shoes, basically.
Been in those rooms, who know
they've already been through the due process and all of that.
Which is facts.
So,
one thing I can say, though, is learn how to audition. Know how to audition. Even though, you be knowing people and they can just get you in just like that,
You know, even if it is an indie film or something, they still might ask you for an audition. I'm gonna ask you for an audition. I want to see what you got to do because I don't wanna bring you on and then I gotta teach you how to act. Like,
but one thing about that though is something, but it's natural. See, when I think rehearsal is overrated. Like if you got it, you got it. I think if you got it, you got it.
You know, it's funny. I actually heard that before.
If you got it,
that in
and that will
California.
make
You
the
got it,
shit
you got it.
seem more real. If you got it, you got it, and it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. You just got to be able to weed it out. A lot of people will just go through it because that's the resources they have.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to stick with this. I have to work with this. You see what I'm saying? But they don't got it, but I have to work with this. But the other motherfucker got it. He ain't never had shit. But for some reason, he got the charisma. She has the charisma. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? They got it. You don't have to be taught how to act a fucking fool.
Mm-hmm. Nah, for
Some
real.
fuckers been acting a fucking fool their whole life. I've been acting a motherfucking fool my whole life.
Hey, y'all know the family gatherings put auntie.
I've been acting a fucking fool my whole fucking life. Since I was a baby, I've been acting a fucking fool. So who gonna tell me I ain't got it?
Okay.
But the people that ain't been acting a fool their whole life, they don't have it. And that's the difference. They trying to learn it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you got it, you got it. That's where that whole thing come from. If you got it, you got it. If you got it, you got it. See, you got it. You know why? Because you naturally charismatic. You know what I'm saying? I can come in and I can say some stupid shit. You don't have to laugh. You can laugh at me. But you gonna fucking laugh. Right?
Look,
He not lying though.
That's what it is.
He right.
I've been doing it. My brother tell you. I'm gonna take over the room if I have to. I could be half asleep.
Oh shit.
Room dead. I wake up, say some stupid shit. The shit on the whole room.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have it. It's not nothing that you're gonna learn.
What?
You can't
Ain't even that
teach
you gotta
it.
have.
You can't teach
have to
it.
have. You gotta believe
fucking
it too.
Teach it. You
You
can't
gotta-
fucking teach it. That's why it's only in very few. This is some shit that you can't teach. I don't give a fuck what they say. You can't teach a motherfucker how to be somebody else.
I should
You
have.
are who you are,
Yeah.
not who you think you are.
I
You
should-
see how they going back, boy?
Go.
You hear that?
I know, I'll
You
let you
can't
get
teach
it
that
off.
shit, boy.
I
can't
Let me ask
whistle.
one question. I should have been asking everybody
not
this.
whistle.
What sparked
That's my little brother. He know I've been trying to train his dad. I'll tell him everything. See, I knew he was gonna get that movie up. I knew. See how we watched it?
JJ.
Oh yeah.
I knew he was gonna do that.
So what
That's my brother.
sparked y'all interest in becoming
That's what he do.
an actor?
You wanna go first?
He don't want to be humble. Fuck that. He trying to stop that shit. He trying to stop it. He ain't shining on himself. He don't want to shine on himself. See, he want the attention.
Yeah.
See,
It's okay.
he got the movie to play. Didn't he?
JR, I'm playing my role here.
Didn't he?
JR.
Then we
JR,
watch it.
Calm down, Jay.
That what we do.
Let us.
That's my brother. I can shine on you.
So what
I
made
can't
you
give you your
interested?
props.
I want to
Damn, I
know
can't give you
too.
your props, bro.
I do want to know, like, what made you
Not about
interested?
that, bro.
But they know that
Not
already, though.
about that.
Okay.
But they know that. They saw it. They witnessed
Let
it.
me get these questions out and we're gonna go
That's
live.
who he is.
I'm gonna open it up to the floor. We can just do what we do soon. When we
You're
go
going to be too
live.
humble.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, ain't
It is.
No, it's all good. Little gravy in.
I'm just bullshit. Go ahead, bro. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
He know I'm fucking with him. He know I'm fucking with him. I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, to answer your question, the thing that really sparked my interest in acting was really it's just something I haven't been wanting to do since I was little because I always felt like I was a character, you know, and I feel like I can embody many different characters. So I was just like, you know, it was like kind of how she had her experience with the, you know, the fake Disney Channel thing. I was gonna be like, I had auditioned for that, but we found out it was a scam because we also had to pay a lot of money for it, and then, you know, we found out on social media, and this is when I was like 8 years old. So that kind of had messed up my whole experience with it, and I was just kind of like, it was like something deep inside me that I had forgot that, oh, this is really what I wanted to do. And recently, you know, me and him, we about to graduate soon.
Congratulations.
That's how young they just went on prom.
Okay.
Y'all should have seen them on prom.
I seen the Tyler pictures. I seen Tyler's pictures.
Yeah.
I seen them. I seen it was little fly.
So I feel like at our age, everybody kind of has that intervention of like, oh, like, yo, high school over with. What I'm gonna do now? Like, you
Grow
know,
up.
And I was thinking trade school, but I'm like, that was never me because I'm not a crafty type of person. I can't even build a chair.
Right.
I can't build nothing, literally. Right. You ask me, you put a manual in front of me, I still don't know how to build it. It's just never been me.
You gotta learn that too. You gotta learn that too. You gotta learn that too, though.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I know. It's something
The ladies want you to learn that.
Yeah.
You're not changing.
Not only that, you may have a son.
It's okay, you still got time.
Yeah.
Certain things, you know, you wanna crafty shit is fun.
Yeah.
You're